apprenticeship. Now we are calling it internship. So after finishing BTech final year, I always suggest students should work for 1 year as interns, not as an employee or trainee. Intern is a word which is very good for industry as well as, means you need not pay the full salary, at the same time make them employable after 1 year, and it facilitates good interaction between the industry engineer and the student who will understand each other. Otherwise you can never find good people in a 5-minute interview or 10 minutes interview. So internship facilitates understanding people and getting better people into the industry. So this is what I just want to clarify. Now I request Ram Reddy garu to talk about it.
Good morning. Surya Prakash garu and his team, all the trustees, really I congratulate you. A great initiative you have taken, which is very much required for the industry. We have been waiting for this because once upon a time when we joined civil engineering, it was the top. Any engineer means people are talking about civil engineer only. The moment you talk about engineer, everybody remembers engineer, civil engineer only, with a theodolite or leveling instrument and all. So nowadays, this is least preferred branch, I think. So this is just because, IT boom, that also is affecting a lot because immediately they are getting into placements, they are getting a better salaries, and mostly many other colleges have grown big. There is no proper, earlier speakers told, no proper teachers, there is no practical training. Even today, I want a good engineer. I am doing some projects here. I want a good engineer. I am not able to find. Where is the depth of civil engineers? I really need it now. Today, I need good engineers to lead my project. I'm really afraid of taking a good projects. I'm getting some good opportunities to take the projects, but I'm worried because of good civil engineers I'm not finding. So where is the reason? Mainly every college, I've been interviewing many engineers. Hardly they have any knowledge about this thing. They're just coming out of the colleges. I don't know what is the engineer. Some of the interviews I asked them, even the subjects, they are not able to tell properly. What is that you learned in geology? What is that you learned in survey? I just asked them some of the interviews. I just told them, tell me what did you learn the survey? They didn't know about what is level star, what is the least count of level star, chain link, what is the length of the link. They are not able to tell. So how can we induct them? So it's order of the day to improve the quality of the engineering. So definitely the industry is going to observe them. As Shekhar Reddy garu told, real estate regulator authority is going to come up. So definitely there is a lot of all the developers, they have to go with a good quality. So there is a lot of demand for the engineering, civil engineers, quality engineers. So I request all the college representatives who are here to improve the quality of the education of the civil engineer, and also request them to have the practical training. Everything, every year, at least third year onwards, make it a must. They have to do the practical training for some of the wherever the developers, the infrastructure companies. Once they go to the practical training, definitely they will be learning more about it. Thank you.
Can I ask HODs to respond to this?
I'd like to point to something, sir. I had worked in King Abdulaziz University, Jeddah, for 18 years. The system is very good. Here I have been working for more than 1 year. And seminars and internship, we have been going to one company to another. They are not entertaining us. Sorry to say, we are going to MDs. Their secretary is saying, "Sir is busy. Come next time. Sir is busy. Next time." The semester is lost. We have only 2 slots in semester.
That's where trust will come into picture.
Yes, this is small, and this can be a very good platform, sir. I really appreciate you are here to interest you, and I think this will be a very good platform. For example, this semester we are having one course in 3-1 in civil engineering, concrete technology. Last time we had opportunity only from Ultratech. They have given us the opportunity to visit the plant, and we had some internship, short internship from NAC. Why not from others? We have different options. Students have different interests. We are learning from one company to another company. We are sending our faculty, we are finding the same. Unfortunately, the answer is that is very busy.
Sir, answer to this question is, I have seen concern from industry, I am seeing concern from institution. This is where we are trying to play a role. Our objective of Smart Infr-EST is to sign MOU with 12,000 engineers who are experienced more than 5 years from the industry side. If I can sign that, 5 students into 12,000 is 60,000 students all over India. I can be trained during a gap between the things. So that is what we are trying to target for the next year. We will facilitate placing students for internships about 60,000 next year. So I want support from the industry. I want support from the institutions to do this role. Now I request Nasim Rao to speak from Alfred. What is next on the question of curriculum I want?
Yeah. It's a good initiative, Mr. Surprakash. I am from Alta, I take care of ready-mix concrete business for South. I would like to tell you, away from 1983, once we have started the RMC business or cement business for the same, if you see, we have employed civil engineers across the board, right from management trainers to the senior vice president. I myself is a civil engineer. I have been recruited from the college. And let me tell you, sir, Ultratech has done so much of service for the civil engineering fraternity. And I think a lot of people, when this, we had Lathor earthquake, and Gujarat Bhuj earthquake, and so many places. And we ourselves sponsored and we have brought them to that place, and we have ensured that the good construction practices can be imbibed into the system so that we are able to do a good quality. But unfortunately, so much of energy and enthusiasm which we have and we put in, and we don't get the same reciprocation from the entire fraternity of the industry or the builders or the civil engineers or all. Why don't we promote a good quality for sale? So the biggest problem we all have is sheer mindset, a commercial mindset. That's all. Because when we always tell to the people, first look at the quality. Rest of the things are apart. You know, the amount of money which we are spending on repairs and rehabilitation today is quite phenomenally high, and it is a complete nation. As Sir has told, Professor has told, in US, buildings are going to last for 100 years. And probably 200 years back, the buildings are doing better than when they constructed with lime. And today we are constructed with modern technology. The buildings are not going to last even for 20 years, 30 years. And just see, is it responsibility of all of us or not as a civil engineers? And we are not bothered. And when we tell customers, when we tell the end users, when we tell the people, and people are not simply bothered about it. And that's what I say. I am asking a question to all the civil engineers across this table. Are we not responsible as a civil engineers to improve the quality? And we as a consultants, we compete each other. Somebody has quoted 2%, I take the project at 1%. And this is the way we compete each other. And once the builder is coming to the end, you are asking at 1%, and you don't have any say with him. And whatever material you want to use, you will use. And he's not bothered. Ultimately, he is also a commercial man. At the end of the day, the picture is that we are, suppose as an end user, I go to the builder. I'm not working on what quality of the material I'm using. I'm looking at this good false ceiling. I don't know what is there inside in the construction, the quality of the construction inside. The basic thing is we are not really bothered about the structure which is going to be there in that for a lifelong. We are only very much fascinated with the external looks. So my request for all of you is that let us start having beginning, right from the student fraternity to the civil engineers to the industry. Let us promote a good quality. Let us promote and ensure that we all do a good job. And that's why we are not getting any respect from the industry. We are not getting it from the society. So my request to all of you, please ensure this and have a good quality and ensure that we do it in long term. Thank you.
I request Sridhar Garu and Jagannath Garu to respond to Ramreddy Garu's points, that is on curriculum.
Yeah, every seminar conferences we are going to discuss industry-institute interaction. One side industry is sitting, other side academia is sitting. So now it has come to Smart Infra to bridge the gap between these two. The points raised by the industry we are taken into well account into the academicians. Whatever problems we are facing from academicians, that has to be taken by the industry. Then we have to see the future civil engineers has to grow in a good direction. One is pointed out by the many speakers regarding syllabus. Yes, earlier how the consultants and builders are having the regulator authorities, for the academicians also, engineering college also having the limitations, affiliation is there. Now that affiliation is shifted to autonomous. Autonomous, we have academic freedom. There we can change in the syllabus accordingly to the current requirement of the market. Now we are also shifting towards autonomous to credit-based, choice-based credit system, CBCSE. There we have much more freedom to incorporate these things. Whatever dynamic changes spoken by the many speakers, that we can include in the syllabus. Then internships, then we can also give the projects. Final year also now we are thinking to give entire semester, 8th semester. We are planning to give entire semester for the projects in collaboration with the student, in collaboration with the industry. So some changes are taking place in the syllabus also according to the market requirements. This is one aspect. Second one is, okay, already many speakers have given that the more placements are coming towards the other branches. Obviously, because of the socio-economical conditions of the country, we are accepting that. But at the same time, in civil engineering also, at least 15% in a class, they are also going in good direction in civil engineering. There are some colleges having very less rank, very good rank in IMSET and JE. They are also joining in civil engineering. They are also stick to this particular profession. We have to encourage that also. And this particular, I congratulate all the smart infra trustees to have taken a very good step towards the bridging the gap between industry and institute. Thank you.
Jagannath.
Very good morning to all of you. Let me congratulate first Engineer Surya Prakash and his entire team for taking up the challenging task of bringing the academicians and industry people onto the same platform and taking up the effort and his efforts also for producing quality engineers. Now coming to the curriculum, yes, as Professor Sridhar also already mentioned, now we are going to choice-based grade system in which we are introducing the mini projects at the second semester level onwards. So they will be doing 3 projects, mini projects, second year, second semester, that is 4th semester, 5th and 6th semester, 3 mini projects they will be doing. And also the internships, what they do is for 2 weeks we will give 1 credit to them, and if they complete a continuous internship of 6 weeks, as Engineer Surya Prakash was mentioning, for 6 weeks internship, they will get 3 credits and 1 open elective is exempted from once they complete this 3 credit course. That is 1 internship if they do it. That is another major change we are bringing in. And also the evaluation system, there are some changes. As one of the students are asking about the last question, does the system test the knowledge or memory? Yes, earlier probably it was memory used to be tested. Maybe the question papers also, I am sorry to say that the previous question papers, if we take about 5-6 years papers, we get the same questions repeated, and also the students able to get 80-85% by going through the papers. And as many of the experts opened here, they will not have sound knowledge, though they score 80%. That was true earlier. But now we are going to a new evaluation system in which we follow the Bloom's taxonomy, and there are different methods. And in this, it is a continuous evaluation system, and that takes care of the testing of the knowledge of the students. That's another point, a major change which we are bringing in the curriculum. Then the motivation is another one that is required to the students. If it is by the industry people, definitely, because we say the industry growth and challenges and all, they may not be able to digest it, because we are not exposed to, at least most of them are not exposed to directly to the industry. Though we had some experience in the designs and other things, we are not exposed to industry directly. We have worked in industry. So people from industry, if you focus on that, as Professor Subramanian was mentioning, the salaries, he was talking about the growth of IT people. He was referring to the first question of the students is growth of a civil engineer with experience in IT sector. The answer was already given by Professor K.V.S. Subramanian that even for the CSE people or IT people in the IT sector, the rate of growth is definitely very less compared to the growth of a civil engineer once he completes or attains 10 years experience or so. So this is a clear-cut point that people from our civil engineers working in the IT sector, definitely they'll have that drawback with them. So with these points, if the industry people, if they highlight, if they come to the college, we have been inviting the people, and in this direction, conducting conferences, workshops, etc. is one point. Then they are encouraging the students to internships. Various people, Abana Constructions, Institute of also this time. So by internships and also the lectures, expert lectures by industry, and also from premier institutes, we are calling the experts from various fields. And this is another point with which we can get this. In spite of this, I feel how many of them are getting benefited. It's high time that we should think of a change in a big change in the curriculum has to be brought out, and as Engineer Surprakash was mentioning, a compulsory training. In medicine field, we have this house surgeon, 1 year training. After the course is completed, they'll have to undergo a practical training of 1 year. They'll work in a hospital and gain experience, but there's no such experience in case of in the engineering field. So this also has to be at least for 3 months or 4 months. If they work in any industry, definitely they'll feel it. Because in some of the visits, I think Pundi laboratories or somewhere, I happened to talk to some of the engineering students. I asked them, what would be the diameter of the pipe? No answer. Approximately answer. Or suppose if I say, if I give a building, a simply supported beam of span something and uniformly distributed load, immediately the students, even the meritorious students, they'll be able to answer the depending moment is WR square by 8 or share